Hey guys, welcome back to the Rookie Talks podcast. My name is Healy.
My name's Cooper.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, welcome
What's
back
up,
to another
boys?
episode.
We
We
are
got
here
Connor
with
Watson on.
Connor Watson. Man, we can't believe. Thank you so much for your time.
How are you? You good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we always good.
Oh, the haircut looks even better like that, bro.
This whole thing, bro.
uh,
You need to let me sort it out.
yeah, you'll have to fix mine up, man.
Yeah, what's
Terrible.
you cut it too short, bro.
Yeah, I messed it up.
You got to leave the weight, man. That's the
Yeah,
key.
yeah. Gotta wait for it to grow back a bit now.
I know. That's all right. I've got plenty of time now, anyway, in
Mm.
isolation, so it's
Legit.
good. Yeah, that's why I'm running this big bowl cut because it doesn't really matter, does it?
Looks
Nah,
sweet.
but I reckon you're gonna keep it from now on, eh?
Yeah, I might rock it. Probably rock it. Might clean it up a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see how we go. Once we start playing footy, I might get back to training. My coach might not like it, so might tell me to get rid of it. But
Yeah, well.
yeah,
Sweet
no,
as.
it's
All right,
good.
well, we got you here, so tell us a bit about yourself.
Yo, yeah, Connor Watson. I play for the Newcastle Knights. I was born in Dubbo, which is country New South Wales. Lived there only for a couple of years, and then moved to Avoca Beach and spent all my childhood until I was about 16 there, and started playing junior footy on the coast for Terrigal to start with. Played a couple of years there, and then played most of my footy at the Kincomber Colts. So, and then from there on, I moved down to Sydney to boarding school to play rugby union at Knox Grammar. So I got a scholarship down there. Played there for year 11 and 12. And then when I was down there, because I grew up playing league, it was always my number one sport. And
Yeah.
I was always going to go back to league, I think. And then signed with the Roosters when I was 18 and was down there for 4 years, I think. I played a year of 20s and then played like 5 games of 20s the next year. And then from then on, pretty much played first grade. So
That's awesome, bro.
yeah, it was good.
Um,
I didn't expect it to come so quick, but like because I debuted when I was 19, I wasn't really expecting
Damn, bro.
that.
I heard
It's
your
pretty
story
cool.
about that on your podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool. But you're saying that you did boarding school. What was the experience like for you? Do you like boarding
Loved it.
school or?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved it. It was like living with your mates for for the whole 2 years. So yeah, it was good. Knox is a great school. It's a very good academic school, so it helped me obviously get better grades than I would have, I think, if I stayed on the coast. And then also it pretty much had me in a professional training environment from the age of 16 because they're looking at a $20 million facility where their gym and pool and all that stuff is. So I feel like it sort of gave me a bit of a head start to when I started playing 20s. I felt like I was a bit ahead of everyone else.
Oh, that's sweet. And that was all rugby union there, yeah?
I played.
What position?
I started at fullback in rugby union because I was playing fullback in league at the time when I was like all the way through, and then when I got there, I moved to outside centre, and then in my last year, I moved in to play fly half. So I enjoyed playing fly half more. Just found that outside centre, I didn't get that much ball. Yeah, so I liked it though. It was good.
So you sort of found yourself in the first there, like straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I played first in year 11 when I first moved down and had a pretty good year. I think I got player of the year actually.
Oh, that's sweet as.
Yeah, it was all right. It was a good
How'd
start.
you find the competition?
It was okay. Because we played CAS, which so obviously GPS is the strongest competition, but they've changed that now. I think everyone just plays everyone, and there's a couple good schools in the CAS, but a couple not so great schools, and so you'd have. I think there was 6 schools, so you probably have 3 tough games, and then 3 games that weren't so hard, or 2 games that weren't so hard. So
no finals or anything, sort of just plays through.
Yeah, first past the post for that competition, which was a bit frustrating, a bit annoying. So yeah, especially
back.
And that's what happened to us. Like we had one bad game, had a loss that we like from a field goal from like 40 out. I mean, not a field goal, a penalty goal. Some bloke kicked it, and Yeah, and then we ended up losing the season because we lost that game. So it was pretty frustrating, but especially coming from league when you've always had grand finals. So
Yep.
you could just, finish in third or fourth or wherever you finished and you're still a chance of winning it. So
Yeah, and you said you always knew you were coming back to league. Did you play much league? Did the school let you play much league while you were there?
I wasn't supposed to, but I used to sneak out on Sundays and go and play for Southeastern. We had a pretty handy side, so that's where I sort of got picked up. We had a really good team, and most of the scouts in Sydney would just come and watch us play, and that's where I sort of had the opportunity to go to the Roosters south of the Tigers, and I went with the Roosters just because they're a bit more sort of just let me. Like they'd let me go to school and that still. I mean, not go to school, but just let me train when I want. A bit more flexible was the word I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sweet. And so,
And like, oh, you go, Hills.
oh, you go, Kips.
All right. So like, when you like finished school and stuff and went to the Rooster, they get you out pretty quickly. Like as soon as you graduated, they get you out there, started training, or what?
Yeah, when we finished, like I think training starts in November, usually for most of those squads. So I can't even. What month do you finish school when you're 12? You finish exams like October or something, do you?
Yeah, late October. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I probably had a month off before we started, and then I was living on the coast still and just traveling back and forth for the start, and then sort of around I think December I moved down to Sydney with a family, and that was good living with them. So
Be in a
Yeah.
good environment.
You said you made your debut for the Roosters. Talk us through that. How was that experience?
yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Like I said, I hadn't really expected it. I started the preseason and I wasn't probably close. Well, I didn't think I was close to making my debut, and
What, just a lot of people in front of you, or?
yeah, there was a lot of people in front of me, and then I was injured as well. So I just come back from an ankle surgery, and then so I missed sort of half the preseason. So I didn't really get much time to prove myself, and then I ended up getting picked to go over to play in the Auckland Nines, and then went over there and went pretty good. And then when I come back, went back to play 20s, and then once I went back to 20s, I just went really good for those 3 or 4 games. I think I played at 20s, and then after that, yeah, they got me back up and made my debut off the bench.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. What was your? So there's a lot of people go around like, how they feel for a game. What were you feeling like? Feel nervous, or were you pretty just keen to get out there, show your stuff?
I was nervous the morning of. Like I ate and I could barely stomach my food. I had my cousin over, and he cooked me brekkie, and I could barely eat. But once I got to the game and once I was around the boys, I was sweet. It was just sort of being at home by myself and realizing like it was everything I've dreamed of. So to be able to do it, it was unreal. It was awesome.
Bit surreal once you got out.
Yeah, and then once you sort of get out there and you make a tackle, all that stuff sort of goes away, and then you're in the game. So yeah.
I hear
What
a lot
sort
of
Where you go?
I hear a lot of interviews that like bloke in bar and stuff does, and a lot of people say that they make that first contact and it's not as bad as they thought it was going to be, or not as heavy, same sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's just more about like knowing that you can compete at that level. You know what I mean? So it's just the question. I guess you just got to question. I've been training with them for 3-4 months with these guys and been tackling them at training and getting tackled by them at training. So, but it's different in a game. So you just sort of go in and just like, hopefully I can do it. Hopefully I can do it. And then, you get tackled or you make your first tackle and then you're just like, oh, this isn't too bad. But it gets tougher from there. So
Yeah. It's cool to see like that you played so many games and then that game just was like, it's just like the next step. It's real cool. For sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And how'd your next few games go after that?
Trying to think. Yeah, pretty good.
You were still
pretty
playing?
good. Yeah, I played the next couple games and I went really good. And then we had a couple boys come back. So we had a few injuries and PC was suspended as well at the time.
Oh, damn.
So when they all come back, then I went back to Cup for a week. I played New South Wales Cup, and then went really good in that game too. And then Robbo was just like, "All right, you come back, play first grade now." So yeah,
That's
it was
sweet.
good. And then pretty much played since that day. So it's been good.
What position were you playing at the time?
Made my debut off the bench. Come on at 5'8", played a bit of hooker, I think, hooker lock, and then I sort of just played that utility role for a while, and then might have been like round 17. I started my first game at 5'8", so, and then played the rest of the year out at 5'8".
Yeah.
That's sweet as.
No, that was a pretty good position. How old were you? So how old were you when that happened? Would you say 19?
I was 19, when I made my
Damn,
debut.
bro, that's young.
Yeah,
That is young,
it is.
man.
Crazy, man.
I didn't. Yeah, like I said before, I didn't really expect to make my debut that young. I always thought I would have played first grade. Always had that self-belief, but yeah, for it to come that quick was pretty crazy. So
Are you glad it happened that young now? You felt like you were ready?
yeah, I was definitely ready. It was just more at the time I probably didn't know it, but yeah, once you get in there and sort of prove that you're capable of competing at that level, and then it sort of just goes from there. So it's good.
Sweet. And you played in the All-Star game this year. How'd you find that whole week? Seems pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was a sick week. Get to spend, a week with all the boys. Gold Coast is a mad place too, so it was cool to be staying up there. And then obviously we do a lot of stuff in the community, and all of that stuff's good. Good to be able to connect and give back, and then the game was pretty good, like, other than the result.
Yeah.
We started the game really well, but just sort of the back end. Brendan Smith got me with a dummy, and
It seems like that game sort of seems to have, it almost feels like it has a bit of a looser vibe to it. Like everyone's sort of, but then the whole passion comes out, and your pride comes out as well. So it goes from one end of the spectrum to the other end pretty quick, with people sort of having that sort of relaxed little mentality about it, and then coming out and actually smashing each other.
Yeah, for sure. But probably the biggest thing with it is there's unlimited interchanges, so you can't really get tired. Like, you just go off after 10 minutes if you start to get tired, and then come back on 10 minutes later. So that's why it's, I guess, such a fast-paced game, because it doesn't really get too slow, and there's always fresh guys on the field. But it was cool. It's a cool concept. So
who'd you like playing with? That you wouldn't normally play with?
I think, like, seeing guys like Jimmy the Jet go, just how fast he moves, crazy.
Yeah, bro, he's quick.
Yeah, he's elite, bro. He's so fast. But it was good to play with guys like Latrell and Fergo again. Obviously played with them at the Roosters, so they're two of the best players. And then, just look at like guys like Nathan Peets, obviously in a similar role to me. So it was good to watch him and see how he goes about his training and stuff like that. He's pretty professional, so you could take a bit from him. But yeah, all the guys were good to be a part of. The Fox is hilarious. All of they're MAD, those boys. So. Sorry, I missed that. It broke up.
So I was just saying, the Fox is pretty wild, man. Saw the video of him and Fergo dancing along the street. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're good dudes, bro.
What's Blake Ferguson like as a character? He seems like pretty loose.
Yeah, he's mad, man. He's crazy. He's got so much energy.
Yeah.
He's great to have in a team, to be honest. Like, he's so confident, got so much energy. And a guy like that, whenever the game gets tough, he always shows up and takes those carries that no one wants to. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, sweet. Love it. You're playing against your good mate Callum Ponga. How was that?
Yeah, it was funny. It was weird.
Would you have never had him before?
No, I versed him when we were in the 20s, but we didn't know each other. So, it was cool though. He's obviously an immense talent, but I hadn't really, since I'd known him, been in that sort of environment where I've had to play him. So it was fun. It was weird how it worked out when they did the haka and we did the war dance, we were literally across from each other. Like, didn't plan it or anything, but so he was staring at me the whole time. He was doing the haka, and then when we were doing our thing, I was just staring at him too. So it worked out pretty funny, bro. It's crazy.
Man. All right. Well, so you got to play that game. I'm not really sure, like, sort of where you side with and all that. So, what would you say your biggest goals be? Playing footy now. So, rep footy, Queensland, New South Wales. What's your go?
I think my biggest goal, I want to win a comp. Obviously, that's the first thing. The biggest thing that I could achieve, I think, would be to win a comp.
That'd be mad.
And I think that probably takes the cake over any individual, rep teams and stuff like that to win a comp.
For sure.
Yeah, it's so hard to do. So, but I think we're starting to build a team here at the Knights where we can compete for them. And then after that, I want to play Origin. I want to play for Australia. I think goals that everyone who plays the game, you want to play at the highest level. So, but I think first and foremost, I'd like to win a comp.
Of course.
Who do you Origin? Do you know who you play for? Queensland, New South
Wales?
Wales?
Yeah, I'm New South Wales, bro.
Oh,
born in New South Wales. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, true. My bad.
Don't insult me with Queensland.
Out of here.
Oh, bah, come on, bro. Don't start.
Man.
They'll need someone like you for sure coming through, though. They'll get pretty dry soon.
Dry enough already.
Hey.
What's life in Newcastle like, man? It looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, the vibe's sick down there. Hey, up,
down.
Up,
no, usually Queensland, eh? Down.
Yeah. Sorry,
it's good. You don't listen in geography?
Geography, bro. I haven't done that since like year 9 or 8.
You boys are at school, like?
We just graduated this year.
Oh, you just graduated. How are you finding
bro.
it?
Good.
Boring, man. Boring at the moment.
Yeah, you can't do too much, eh?
That's why we started this thing, bro. So we could just get on people and talk to a lot of people. It's so good, B.
It's the best time to do it, bro. I just think if you can try and better yourself now while you've got all this time and there's no pressures from whatever else is going on in the world, then you got to go and do it, eh? It's good to see you doing it.
Because, we both sort of had work going. Cooper had uni. I was playing footy here in Brisbane. And now that all that's gone away, we suddenly find ourselves with so much spare time. Like, even my work's been cut back and Cooper's same with him. So, find something extra to do. We look after the T-shirts as well. Doing our best there. But, it's pretty sweet times.
How's that going for you?
Not too bad. We're sort of we're in that bit where you just struggle. And we're hoping we're going to hit that bit where it just takes off soon. But
yeah, it's all the process. I think we like the process sort of side of things.
Yeah, I love doing it, so we'll keep doing it and see how it goes.
Yeah, 100%.
We got time.
Passionate about it, eh? It's easy.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to get some new shirts coming through.
Yep.
Yeah, but more on the Newcastle vibe, dude. Like, you talked to Tex Hoy not long ago. It was about some photography stuff, but he seems cool, bro, and all the vibe down there seems sweet. What's it like living down there? 100%.
Yeah, I like it, bro. It's good. It's a sunny coast, is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty similar to what it's like up there. We've got a couple of mates from the sunny coast who've come down here a bit, so they say it's pretty similar. Yeah, it's just chill, man. You just go to the beach, have a few, drink coffee, whatever. Like, there's not a whole heap to do, but it's just relaxing and it's pretty, it's a beautiful place. So the beaches are nice. So that's why the boys get around their photography so much. And
that's cool.
It's good. The crew here is good too. All the boys that we play with, and love them all. So it's cool.
Nah, that's sweet. Are the waves down there?
Yeah, it does. It does get good. I haven't been surfing that much, but I probably haven't surfed in a couple of months, to be honest. So
get out there, but
I need to. It's too hard, man. My shoulders burn, and I just hate it.
The paddling.
The paddling.
Yeah, bro. It's cardio for sure. Yeah, legit. So what's the isolation like down there? Can you still go to the beach or?
Yeah, I think you can go. You can't go and tan, but you can go down for a swim. You can go down for a surf. You can walk along the beach. But to be honest, we haven't gone in I haven't, like, when I was back home seeing my mum and dad, I went for a few swims, but since I've been in Newcastle, I haven't swum at the beach for, since the comps ended, which is, I think we're thinking about going for a swim in the next couple of days. So, but yeah, it's just been hard. We've sort of kept ourselves busy with the podcast we started, and then we're doing vlogs now too. So, and we've got a few other ideas in the works. We're just been working on them pretty flat out. It's fun. It's different stuff to work on and just learning a heap too. So, which is cool.
Yeah, bro. I'm sure a lot of people would love to see you guys, what you guys are up to, 100%. I like your vlogs, man. They're doing well. Same with that intro you guys did. What was the guy that did it again? Phantom Creative?
Yeah, Phantom Creative. He did unreal on it. He messaged us when we launched the page and just said, if you need any work or if you need anyone to do an intro or something for you, let us know. And it was only when we started doing the vlog the other day, I was like, we need an intro. And so I hit him up. Then he come back to us the next day with that. And yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't believe it. It was so good. So good.
Nah, that's sweet, bro.
But we got just been doing a whole heap on the vlog today. So it'll be out next Sunday, I think.
Yeah, how's all that going? You liking the podcast? Are you new to it? Like, is it something you've never done before, or you've dabbled in a little bit of it, or?
I've done podcasts before. I've never done my own one, but I've jumped on a few with some people. So, like, I did one of Danny Kemp's when he used to have the locker room, I think it was called. That was probably my first one, and then I've done a couple more since then, just with guys I know who have started their own podcast. And me and Kaylin talked about it, to be honest, a year ago, about this time last year. And we've been to JB Hi-Fi a couple of times, and then sort of went in there and like seen the price tag and just shit ourselves. They were like, nah, it's too much, man. I don't know. And then we did that like 3 times last year. And then when we heard we'll go and all of this stuff was happening and footy was over, we thought now'd be a good time to go and get some podcast gear. And yeah, like surely we'll use it because we'll get bored. That's what we're thinking. And yeah, we're glad we've done it. It's been pretty good so far. We've got lots of good feedback, and yeah, just got to keep producing more content so more people will start to follow and watch it. And yeah, it's good. Get better with everyone, as you guys probably know too.
Yeah, for sure. More connections, really. I think that's the best bit, especially letting people share their story, and just have a good chat with people. Yeah. Why is it called 257 again?
So our house number's 257.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then collective was, we started the card collecting.
Oh yeah.
The NBA. We got like NBA cards and that. And then I was making a login for ComC, and it just come to my mind, 257 collective. And then me and Callum were talking about it, and just because like this is my house is the place where everyone comes and congregates. Like all my mates are here all the time. So this is where they all come, and this is where I guess we create a lot of ideas for all of this stuff. And for the last 2 years I've been living here, we've sort of come up with a lot of stuff, but it's just a shame that we're in isolation now, so we can't all be around here helping us do this stuff. But it's all right. We'll get to do it once this is all done.
Nah, that's cool, man. Big respect to that. Yeah. So you like your card collecting? You just get into it, or what?
Yeah, I just got into it. Seen Ice was doing a bit of it.
Yeah, bro. He's straight onto the scene now.
He loves it. So seeing that he was doing it, and then had a look at it because I love American sports. I love NBA and I love NFL. So and then just had a look at it, and we sort of looked at it. You can make a pretty good profit out of it if you get some good cards. It's more of a long-term thing.
Oh yeah.
So we bought a couple boxes, but I think the best way to go out of it, like the smarter investment way, is to buy individual players, not so much the breaks, because you never know who you're going to get in the boxes. Yeah, so I did a break the other night with a few of the boys, and I ended up pulling a Ja Morant card, which is pretty cool. So I think that's worth a couple $100. But
yeah, bro, that's good. No, that's sweet. Yeah.
Any other hobbies outside of that? Outside of that and football, I guess.
Oh, to be honest, me and Caleb have spoken about this before. Is hanging with your friends a hobby?
Yeah, bro, probably.
Yeah, can be.
Yeah. I think like I'm into my fashion and stuff like that, but yeah, I think the biggest things in my life are rugby league, um, hanging with my mates, and I'm sort of going through a stage now where I'm just trying to, I guess, better myself. Like I've started reading a few books and stuff like that too.
Hmm.
Yeah, listen to a lot more podcasts than that now, and don't play as much PlayStation as I used to. But yeah, I think I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of doing all of this stuff, probably post footy as well. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's no better time to start than now.
And I think the biggest thing with this isolation is probably giving people an insight into what life post footy will be like.
Yeah.
And you can kind of go two ways with it. You know, you can sit around and not do much, and
Yeah.
only makes it worse, or sort of go out and try and do things you're passionate about. So it's been fun.
Hmm. Big topic, big thing that came through recently, The Last Dance. No, the last.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Is it the
Yeah.
last night? Oh, yeah, I think so.
Mm.
Yeah, I
What do
watched
you
it
think about
last night.
that?
I watched it last night. I think it's the last dance. Let me see.
I still haven't seen it, hey man.
I watched a little bit. Oh, there's some sweet like visuals in there, and I was like, dude, that kit's insane. Like when I take
Yeah, the last dance.
screenshots of like the kit, because the kit's like fire, like all the stuff they're wearing sick, and they don't let you like take screenshots. Like if you take a screenshot of it, it goes black.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Is
so
that
weird.
Netflix or something?
Yeah, like I took screenshots because I was like, these photos are sick. Like they're gonna be like real cool, like old sort of vintage, like Michael Jordan, like Scottie Pippen, like all in like fresh kit. And you can't take like it just didn't let me take any screenshots. So weird. Like it just goes black. It's like a black screen.
Bro,
But
he had so much swag, MJ. Holy.
bro, don't get me started.
Straight up.
I didn't realize. Well, I sort of knew, like you hear, but it wasn't until you seen him talking when he was back then playing and like his kid. Bro, he was cool.
Yeah, I slept on all his kit.
Yeah, heavy. Dennis Rodman, bro, is
Mm.
another one, but he's that extrinsic, isn't he? Like he's
Yeah, his
so
hair and
weird,
stuff,
but
bro.
he's
But
so
he's still
cool.
like a goat. He's still like
Yeah.
good as.
Do you remember when he was on Instagram trolling everyone? Do you remember that?
Nah, I don't remember, man. Tell us more about it though.
I'm trying to think exactly what he did. It was probably like a year or two ago. It was when the horses came out. I got the horses in the back. What was that?
Oh,
Down road.
what is it?
Old Town Road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he was on Instagram, just literally just running amok, like just exactly what his personality is like. But he was posting comments with no. So there's a way on Instagram that you could post comments and not and it have nothing there.
Yeah, it's like no
And he was
text.
yeah. Do you know how to do that?
Nah, I've never
He
seen
was
that
like
before.
he was like the first person to do that, and used to go in and hit it, and then it was like the sound thing. You'd hold the sound, and it'd record no sound, so nothing would come up. And if you hit send quick enough, then so he used to just come on everyone's post and just write nothing, but it just say Dennis Rodman, just do it on everyone's post, and
Yeah,
yeah, like he's a weird dude, but he was a cool dude, man. They would have
yeah.
got up to some mischief, I reckon, back in their day, but
Mm.
especially him.
Yeah.
I
We
think
have to. We have to. What were you gonna say? So.
I was just going to say, especially in that time, in that era, it wasn't probably accepted as much. Like you can go and dye your hair blonde now, you can dye your hair pink. No one really cares. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I reckon the cool thing about 2020 is you can just do what you want, wear what you
Yeah.
want.
Legit, bro.
It is what it is. You know, I'm happy. I don't judge.
Everyone
If you
has their
wanna,
own style.
yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Style is a interpretation of what the individual thinks. Really, is that?
Hey, that was literally one of my captions for one of my posts the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that's sweet, bro. What else we got talking about?
I don't know. I think I've asked my
Damn,
question.
bro. You got any questions for us, my guy? Actually, I got
Alright.
a question. What's it like living with Kalen?
Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad. He's a bit messy, but
Did he just like start living you when he got to Newcastle, or did you just become friends and then he just
nah,
moved in?
he lives with his mum and dad. But I had a missus when I first came to Newey, and so like she was staying at my house mostly. Probably wouldn't have worked, I reckon, if he was living here and she was living here. But and then we split up, and then he was sort of here just all the time. So got to the point where he'd stay all weekend and then just end up staying over here before training and stuff. And I was
Yeah,
just like, bro, do you just want to actually move your stuff in? So it was good. As soon as we sort of agreed on it, and then the next day we went and grabbed his stuff, and yeah, he was straight in. So haven't lived together for 2.5, probably over half years now, which is it's been good. It's been fun, heaps of fun. Traveled together, which was awesome too. So
yeah.
have
I
you always
always,
been over to Europe?
Have we?
Yeah.
bro, I don't have the funds for that.
Neither of us
But
really
yeah,
have fun at the moment.
Yeah, I reckon
nah,
save up and go and travel if you can for 6 months or whatever. It'd be
mm,
so fun. That's one thing that you sort of miss out on because we always play during winter, which is Europe summer, so you never get to experience that. But
mm-hmm.
probably do it when I'm like 35. I'll be that old dude just in all the clubs with all the 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
Got to do it
But
sometime, but
yeah, exactly. We did a bit of Europe last year, and yeah, I want to go back so badly. It's a bummer that we probably won't be able to travel for a while. But
did you get into the soccer scene or?
yeah, I always liked Arsenal as a kid. I never really followed soccer. It's not my sport, but I've
Yeah.
always appreciated it. You know what I mean? Always appreciated soccer, and
Mm-hmm.
we went to an Arsenal game when we were there last year. So it was so cool. It was probably one of the best. That whole day was probably one of the best days of my life. It was
Damn.
so fun. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
that's
good.
sweet.
Yeah, we sort of. It's cool, man.
And living with sus got an intruder.
Yeah.
Living with Kalen, do you ever, and I suppose doing this podcast with him, you don't get away from him with the training. Do you ever get on each other's nerves?
Oh, a little bit, not too much. Like every there he is walking out. I was just trying to get him away from it. Yeah, every now and then, but that's not too bad. Like we got a lot of the same interests and stuff like that. So it's all pretty good, man.
Nah, good vibes.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
find it funny in all the videos how Kalen always says that you cook and he just cleans. That stuff's funny, bro. He always says that. I always hear him say that.
Yeah, he does. He cooked a little bit when we first moved in together, but yeah, pretty funny.
Bro, that frash scene that came onto this, bro. How did that start? Did he just like copy it and then that's kind of just how it just snowballed from that, or like?
Bro, Dan Camp is just
Yeah.
the funniest dude, man. Bloke in a
Bro,
bar, he's
his
such a good
content's
dude.
insane. Like it's just
Yeah,
all
I
the
know.
memes he has on his stories. It's just like
So
endless.
He's a mad help too. He's helped us a lot with our stuff, like just
Mm-hmm.
launching it and giving us a bit of advice because he's been around the traps for a while in that sort of space. And yeah, we always do it, and we always called it fresh. No, fresh, not fresh. And then he just sort of he's just sort of taking the piss out of us, but it's pretty funny. Everyone seems to like it, so
Oh,
sort
bro,
of
I
ran
see
with
it
it a bit.
everywhere,
But
dude. I see
yeah,
it everywhere.
I just said, babe, get us a freshie.
Yeah, this video is funny, eh?
That's the best. It's
Or
the best.
I
So.
saw that Boca did an edit of Kalen Ponga and then put like Den and Kemp's like arousal videos in a montage of
Yeah,
it.
I think Kalen
Oh,
posted that on his
bro, that was so
Instagram. Bro, it
funny.
was hilarious.
Yeah, I love it.
So funny, man.
Oh, just the whole like community thing he has in that page is insane.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. No, he's good. He's good at what he does. So it's good. Good on him. I think one thing he's done too is probably made players a bit more relatable and stuff too.
the
Yeah.
work he does with the locker room, like man, I can just sit and listen for hours and just like listen to people talk about like their debuts, talk about what life's like, and you sort of just realize like you're all human. Like it's pretty mad.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing. We're all just normal blokes, you know, but yeah, it's good. That's why I sort of like having a chat with you boys. This is helping me as much as it's helping you guys, you know. I'm better in my skills at doing podcasts and stuff like that. That's why I wanted to hop on and have a chat
thank
with
you, bro. No,
Oh,
we
yeah.
appreciate it.
It helps us big time, man. Like you have no idea how much it means. When Cooper texted me last night and said, "Bro, Connor Watson replied to my message," I was like, "No way."
Yeah, bro, we got you on. I was like, damn, dude, like you actually want to get on. Like, yeah, it's cool to get people like you on there just to like share. I just like sharing people's story more than I'm not doing it for like publicity. Like I just kind of want to get people on here, just chat and give people other like listeners just a venue to just listen to us talking and us people that they like to listen to. Give them a bit of value. For sure, that's the biggest thing. I think that's what you're doing well with your podcast is you probably don't know it, but so many people would just like that's their time where they get to just listen to someone else and just relax a bit more.
Forget about everything else for a bit.
Yeah.
That's real nice. It's doing stuff like that's real nice.
Yeah, and it's good because it's content directly from us. You know what I mean? It's not through someone else's mouth. It's not doing an interview with, you know, a journalist, and because sometimes, you know, they write quotes. It's not where this is directly how we want you guys to see it from us. And,
makes more in a community feel.
Yeah, exactly. It's been good. And yeah, it's definitely keeping us entertained through all of this. So as much as it's allowing people to sort of, you know, get away from whatever they're going through at the moment, it's doing the same for us. It's keeping us busy, keeping us motivated to do something. And yeah, it's good. It's good that you boys are doing it too. So
yeah, we got to get into it, mate. Only learning, but we're rookies, but we're going, mate.
So are we, bro. We're rookies too. So it's yeah, it's all about just doing it, eh? Like just having a passion for it.
Yeah, I feel like we do for sure. You can hear it in people's well the way they speak. Like if you came up to us on the street, this is how we would speak normally, you know. So I feel like it's something that everyone can get into and listen to properly, which is sweet.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, boys.
Actually, I saw like those cookies you got the other day.
Yeah, it's cool.
Bro, they're pretty unique.
Yeah,
that's hard.
I know. She just texted us on Insta and was like, "Do you want me to make you some cookies?" And I was like, "Yes, cookies. How good." And then I didn't know that she was going to make them of our faces and like of the jerseys and stuff like that. And then, yeah, she sent me a photo. I was like, I couldn't believe it. It was hilarious. And then, yeah, they rocked up. They tasted that good, honest. And then, yeah, so I think she's doing a whole heap now for a bunch of NRL players.
I saw a bloke in a bar got some.
Yeah, she might have done some for I can't find it, for a few other players. So yeah, but she said she's going to send some more to us. So
damn, bro, she's the plug.
I know, she's the plug, bro. The cookies plug.
Hey, bro. Legit.
No, it's cool, boys.
You got any more questions, Cooper?
I think I'm all good. I really appreciate all the answers, Connor. I really appreciate it. It was sweet.
Appreciate your time, bro.
How long did we go for there? Still going, but
we're still going.
I think we got about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Nearing that, something like that.
What about, where do you guys see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, damn, wait, let me think.
Do you want to go first, Cooper?
Yeah, I'll go first. 5 years. Well, with the business side of things, hopefully we're still making shirts and apparel, to be honest. Not really like much for the clothing, but just we want people to be able to support it through the storytelling that we give. So I want to create a good community for the foremost, provide a platform of people of all ages can support us and chat with us and have relatable posts and have relatable podcasts, get some inspirational people and just people that we admire on the podcast like we already have, and just keep growing, I guess, man, and just trying to help as many people as we can. That's my 5 years for sure. I'll be really happy. if
Yeah.
that is the end result.
Tight.
For me, like with the t-shirts, and I fucking love just, seeing someone else wear something we've made. Or like having we have people we don't even know like buy our stuff and then send us a photo wearing it. It's like, wow, man, like we made that. Now you're just gonna rock it around. Like that's pretty
Yeah, it's
sweet.
pretty cool.
Even we're not making ridiculous amounts of money out of it, but it's just like, that feeling you get watching is like just, it's worth it sort of thing.
Yeah, a bit of pride.
And with the podcast, man, I just hope we keep going. Like I love doing stuff like this. Like Cooper and I will sit for like 5 minutes after podcast and just go, oh man, that was sick. Like how good was that? Like I'm sure you probably get the same feeling like doing yours. So in like business side of things, man, all of that, and personally just keep playing footy for the next couple of years. That's all I want to do.
Yeah. Who do you play for at the moment?
At the moment, I play rugby union for the West Bulldogs in Brisbane. Making a move over to playing rugby league next year. Start off playing for the West Panthers and see how I go from there.
Yeah. What about you, Cooper? Do you play league and that?
Nah, I kind of stopped playing footy after just focusing on exercise science I do for uni. Just focus on that and then kind of get back to the roots of stuff I love doing. I love surfing, so I go surfing like every day now, which is sweet, especially with isolation, so I can just go out there, have heaps more time. And then just exercise, gym regularly. But yeah, for rugby, not too sure what's going to happen. Who knows? Like I wouldn't know. I might get back into it. It's all about the people that I'm going to play with. I think if I'm playing with my mates, 100%. But yeah, that's me for sure.
You got to enjoy it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
How do you find Connor? How do you find just like, do you still enjoy footy as much as you did when you were 15, 16?
Yeah, I love it. I think this year definitely more so than probably the last couple of years, but it's hard, like because as it's your job and like it's your livelihood. There's a lot of pressure on you because you got to be playing good all the time. So then that way you can, I guess, do it for 10, 12 years. Because otherwise, if you don't, you might not have a job or career. So yeah, I think just the pressure of it's hard, but yeah, it's part of the job. So it's something you just have to learn to deal with. And yeah, I think the start of this year, I was really enjoying it. The first 2 games, I was having a ball, but yeah, I sort of probably be playing hooker once we come back now because Browse is out and I do like that position. So see how we go. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. I just want to get back to playing, but
yeah,
it's what it is. There's a lot of people more worse off than us. So
yeah,
for sure. Yeah, no, that's true.
No, I suppose as you're saying, there's not really many other jobs where, you're getting criticised by the, wider public every week, or you're getting criticised, I suppose, by your coaches every week. There's not many other jobs that are like that. That pressure. I don't know what it's like just trying to make an under-20s team in Brisbane, and like you put enough pressure on yourself as it is. I can't imagine when it's your life. It's what you're getting paid for. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I think the most pressure comes from yourself. So I know personally, I'm pretty hard on myself, which sometimes makes it tough. But that's my own fault. It's my own problem. But yeah, you just got to learn how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Learn how to put that all aside. And there's more to life than footy. Like you're more than just a rugby league player. So that's why you got to be trying to do stuff away from footy to help you. But because that can help you improve your game too. So you're not worried about footy so much and enjoying your life in other aspects. It always makes you freer and play better footy.
That's it's cool you say that, because on the words of pressure, there's a lot of things now with my especially my exercise science. We learn about how to help athletes, especially in that it's like way bigger than any physical side. The mental psychology side of it's huge, and that's a big gap for it, especially in men's mental health. I was talking to some people this morning, and you'd be surprised how many talented, schoolboy players, talented NRL players go through a lot of mental battles, especially with the pressure of playing the big leagues and playing, run on, or just playing every week and getting the best out of their games. It's really interesting to read about, and I think it's a big opportunity to help a lot of athletes, because you don't know how many are going through it, honestly.
Yeah, there's heaps. There's heaps going through it. It's it's society today as a whole as well. Like it's just getting worse and worse. But I think that sort of just comes from perception and social media. I reckon has a lot to play in all that too.
It's a double-edged sword, bro.
Yeah. Like it's good. You can use social media as a great platform to promote yourself, but there's also a lot of negative stuff that comes with it. And you got to remember that it is a highlight reel too. People don't post their, they post them looking good, doing mad stuff. So, people look at that and go, oh, I'm jealous of this person. My life sucks because it's not like that. But at the end of the day, that's that person's highlight reel. They're probably not like that all the time. So I think you just got to take a step back and be grateful for what you have, and because there's a lot of people worse off than you are, and your problems aren't probably as big as they seem.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good message, honestly.
Yeah. That's how I sort of look at it. Like I can get caught up on how I played or how I trained or something like that, and I'm living the dream. So if I'm worried about that, then it's pretty selfish and stupid of me when I got to just come back and look at what other people are going through. People don't know when their next meal's coming. I don't know if they got a rooster sleep over their head tonight. All of that stuff's sweet for me. It's just, I might get caught up on the result of a game, but you got to be able to be grateful for what you have so you can just get past that.
Yeah, you see,
True.
I heard a couple of interviews where Sonny Bill Williams talks about that and sort of how they were feeling after they lost the semi-final at the World Cup. And they just went around the room and asked each of the All Blacks how they're feeling today. It was actually Artie Sarvia I heard talking about it. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, pretty down. Like, it sucks that we lost. And Sonny Bill Williams just went, it's a game of footy, man. Like, I'm here with my family. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's sweet. And I think that's probably the way that you got to look at it.
Yeah, you do. But then you're still got to, have that desire and competitiveness to win. But, yeah. And then, if you don't win, then you got to go back to the drawing board and work on, what you did wrong and stuff like that. But you just can't really get caught up in the results too much. You know what I mean?
Don't let it eat you up.
Yeah. Let it drive you to improve yourself, but don't let it eat you up, let it consumes you.
Yeah, man.
You have a coffee every morning, man. What's your coffee order?
Bro, long black.
Really? Damn, bro.
Man.
I wasn't picturing for a long black.
What'd you take me for, a latte or something?
Nah, maybe like a mocha, 2 sugars.
That's even worse than a latte.
Nah, I'm joking, bro.
I'm a long black, straight up. Chris Hyington got me onto it when he came up here a couple of years ago, and since then, I sometimes have I don't drink normal milk, so I might have an almond latte or almond cap every now and then, but every morning, long black. Yeah, usually have 2 coffees a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at lunch.
Oh.
And that will do me, boys. That will get me going.
Yeah, bro. Do you make your own coffees or what? Do you have a coffee machine there?
At the moment, we make our own coffees. Normally, that's when we go to Newey Beach in the morning. Keep it fresh down there, and then usually get one from training at lunch or make one at training at lunch. They're pretty expensive coffees nowadays, eh?
Bro, if you add them up, $4.50 every day, bro. Especially if you're getting those different milks.
Yeah, especially times 2 as well.
Yeah, getting full. Oh.
If I don't have one at lunchtime and I get up at 6 in the morning, to get down the beach early, then I will crash in the afternoon. So I have to have one at lunchtime too.
Yeah. Nah, that's true. Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm brushing up on my barista skills.
What's your coffee orders?
I mean, I'm kind of switching up right now so I can keep making different ones. Wait, sorry, there's something on the screen. Keep making different ones. I don't mind. I just switch it up every morning.
Man, I don't drink coffee. I get up, I get going. That's about it.
You don't drink coffee?
No. get by.
I wouldn't be the same person without it, to be honest.
Be a bit flat.
Bro, long
Yeah.
blacks must do something like that. That's heavy stuff.
Surely
Yeah, it is, bro.
terrible.
It's a rocket fuel, lad. No, it's
Yeah.
actually nice. It's it takes a while to get used to start with, but you really start to appreciate it a bit more. That's how I think coffee's supposed to be drunk, isn't it?
In its pure form, the
In its
young
pure
black.
form, boys. You don't need to add anything to it, you know?
Those just well chew coffee beans.
Just eat them. Just eat coffee beans.
Bro. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, a couple of questions to finish up. Toughest person you've ever played, I suppose, with or against? Toughest person you've ever had to tackle or be tackled by?
Oh, Jason Taumalolo is probably the hardest person to tackle. Been run over by him a couple of times.
Hectic times.
Good fun, bro.
Oh man, you know how everyone just like looks smaller on the TV. You look at him, he doesn't look any smaller. He looks bigger.
No, he's a beast, bro. He's a beast.
Genetic freak, man. Oh. All right. Cooper,
Do you want to do that? Do you want to do that start cut bench that we gave Bocca the other day?
the same one?
Yeah, I reckon. Let's see what he says. Bro.
All right. So we'll give you the first one we gave Bocco. So start cut bench, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Kalen Ponga, James Tedesco.
Oh, that's
Is
tough, man.
KP in the room? Bro,
Nah,
he doesn't
we'll
want
cut him. We'll cut him.
His name is Bocco.
Same as Bocco, bro. Everyone's cutting KP.
Nah, he's my boy. I got to start with him.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know. You can't go past Teddy, Daily M winner, 2-time premiership winner. But Rogers is a freak. And he's
same thing.
Yeah,
How do you
Daily M winner too. But
How do you choose?
I'm going to go start with KP. And then I'll bench both of them too. I'm not deciding.
A little
bit better in the rule, but we're
the second one
allowed.
we gave him, I don't know. Did you ever play touch?
Yeah. Sort of.
All right, sweet. Well, this will make it interesting. Start bench cut, rugby union, rugby league touch.
Start rugby league, bench rugby union, cut touch. Easy.
And was it you always liked rugby league over rugby union or what?
Oh, I do like rugby union. It's good. I just think because I just grew up playing league, and my goal was probably always to play NRL. Not so much. I didn't really have the goal to play Super Rugby as a kid. Still something that I might want to do one day, but I'm only young. I'm only 23, so
Young.
could be in the future, but we'll see.
100. I know people talk about that.
If Super Rugby picks up, it's looking a bit dead at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. Might have to go Europe or something like that. That wouldn't be bad.
Or,
Right, you live both the things you want to do.
yeah. Get to be there in summer. Sweet as. Well, gotta thank you for thanks for having you on, man.
Thanks for having me, boys. Appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah.
We can't tell you how much we know your time's very valuable, man. So it means a lot to us.
No, it's good, man. Anytime. Good luck with it all, eh? And enjoy it. Keep working hard, and I'm sure you will be good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, guys. See ya. Bye.